Alright, just 1 second here before I hit play on this next game between the Tigers and the Astros. Just 1 second. Make sure everything's okay. And so I'm going to hit play next game. We're going to get this thing ready as it's going to be the Tigers versus the Astros at Minute Maid Park. My favorite parts in all the league. So here we go. Detroit's 1-2, Houston's 3-1. Minute Maid Park. Clear skies. And let's do this. With Baez starting off for the Tigers and Jose Altuve starting for the Astros in the starting lineups. Pitchers are Matt Manning and JP France. Welcome to Houston once again, ladies and gentlemen, at Minute Maid Park. We got the World Series champion Houston Astros. They're going to face off against the Detroit Tigers at Minute Maid Park here in Houston. So we got a little ceremonial first pitch to start here. Alright, on the mound today for the Astros is JP France. And to start off today for the Tigers, Javier Baez. Baez had a bad season last year for Detroit, which was his first season there. Because he signed in the offseason last year with the Tigers. And so we'll see what Baez has. 1-1 for Javier Baez. He's a guy that likes to strike out a lot because he likes to chase pitches. A little foul by Baez for 1-2 here in Houston. Tigers won a game against, excuse me there. I believe, yes, they faced the Tampa Bay Rays. They won one game against the Tampa Bay Rays while losing 2. The Astros played the White Sox. They won 3 and they lost 1. Full count here for Javier Baez and Matt Vierling on deck. And Baez, another foul ball. That's going to go off the mesh. Make sure the fans don't get hit by that ball. And Baez will just easily ground it out to JP, and that's going to be the first out of the game. Here's the rest of the Detroit Liger lineup. We got Matt Vierling, the DH, up now. Riley Green, 3rd. Kerry Carpenter, 4th. Zach McKinstry, 5th. Spencer Torkelson, 6th. Carson Kelly, the catcher, 7th. Nick Meaton at 3rd, batting 8th, and the cleanup. I don't remember who the guy batting 9th is now, so that's great. Anyway, here's Matt Vierling, the DH. Pretty usual of the Tigers to put their DH up pretty high to start the game. That's a very high fly-out ball right to Chas McCormick. Hey, Christopher. And here's Riley Green. Guy regarded as the top future guy of the Tigers. Nice slider by JP France. Or you can say he's the future star of Detroit. Either or. You can say whatever you want about Riley Green. Beautiful curves and sliders by JP France. Here in the top of the first, here in Houston. And Green, I don't know how he made contact on that pitch, but that's foul. Nice little crowd, actually, here in Houston. A lot of orange. That's you can tell they're Houston fans if they're wearing orange. Tigers are blue, white, and a little bit of orange. And there's a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for JP France. So Matt Manning is on the mound here for the Detroit Tigers. Pitching for them, and to kick things off, Jose Altuve. Let's see what Altuve does here. Leading off for the Astros. Not really a leadoff type of guy, Jose Altuve is. But in saying that, he is a former MVP in this league, so. And 2-time World Series champion. You're outside right now? Alright. That's good to know, man. 1-1 to Jose Altuve. Altuve batting to 267, and Altuve gets a hit. Look at that. Already we got one hit today, and that goes to the Astros. Here's Michael Brantley. Former member of the Cleveland Guardians, back when they were called the Cleveland Indians. I believe he got traded here. And in the offseason, 2018 or 2017, I think he got traded to Houston. And I mean, he's got two World Series championships. And he's a former Silver Slugger, 1-1 for Brantley. But after Brantley is the guy that the Tigers pitchers don't have trouble with, and there's a hit for Michael Brantley. So 2 people on base for the Astros. And now there's going to be some trouble for Detroit. Because here comes Yordan Alvarez. One of the best pure hitters in all of baseball. Started the ball outside to Yordan Alvarez. He already has a home run this year. And has a .312 average. It's pretty good for Yordan. Pitch outside for 2-0. Yordan's at 99 career home runs. He's 1 away from 100. He used to be a Dodger as a prospect, and he got traded to Houston. 3-0 to Yordan. Chas McCormick on deck. We have bases loaded here for Houston. And they're going to say, no, he did not go on that. Bases are loaded for the Houston Astros for Chas McCormick, their center fielder. This is a big opportunity for the Houston Astros. They want to draw some runs. That pitch almost just hit him. So what will Chas McCormick do on this one? Can he drive in some runs? Outside pitch again for 2-0. I don't know what Matt Mirning is doing right now. He's got to figure something out. That's a foul. He's let up 2 hits. He's walked Yordan, and this is only the bottom of the first. Another foul by McCormick, 2-2. This will be the first of a few games today. I believe after this we're going to Oakland for a game between Cleveland and the A's. Popped one up. I don't see Jose Altuve tagging on that. That's too close. We look at the rest of the Houston lineup. Jose Abreu's up next. 6th is the catcher, Yanir Diaz. 7th is Kyle Tucker. 8th is Alex Bregman. The cleanup today is shortstop Jeremy Pena. Here's Jose Abreu, former member of the Chicago White Sox. I gotta say, good thing he got out of there when he could. The White Sox organization is a mess right now. Yeah. Even the fans don't want to tell you. Even the fans will tell you of how bad their organization is right now. And they're in a bad spot. Good thing they traded away people to get prospects. Nice pitch, nice curve on Jose Abreu by Matt Manning. Good take by Abreu, 2-2, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Bases are loaded. All it takes is 1 hit, and the Astros have a lead. Swing and a miss off the curve. What a pitch by Matt Manning. And here's Yanir Diaz. And he's going to pop it up. Wow. So the Tigers escaped this inning without giving up any runs. Wow. Just wow. So now coming up for the top of the second, Kerry Carpenter for the Detroit Tigers, their right fielder. Kerry's got some good pop in his bat, and he's a nice fielder, so I'll give Kerry Carpenter that type of credit. Even though he went only 1 for 4 in the last game, that happens. You're going to have those. Good take by Kerry Carpenter. It's nice to see that we don't have Angel Hernandez behind the dish, as he's a terrible umpire. 3-0 to Kerry Carpenter. Zach McKinstry is on deck. Some beautiful takes by Kerry Carpenter. That's a strike, though. Now we got 3-1 off of a low fastball in the zone. JP hasn't even let up a hit yet. 3-2 full count to Kerry Carpenter. He's not even swung the bat yet. Carpenter fouls it off. That was a pitch right down the middle. I don't know why you'd give a pitch right down the middle for in a full count. And Kerry Carpenter gets the walk. Good takes by Kerry Carpenter to draw the walk. And now bring up Zach McKinstry. And a fastball right near the corner of the zone for an 0-1 for Zach McKinstry. Now McKinstry must be big if he can get a hit. High fastball. McKinstry had a 2-for-4 game. Last game he had a double and 3 RBIs, which helped the Tigers beat the Rays. Zach McKinstry, that's a nice hit, but it's going to be caught out and left by Yordan Alvarez. And Carpenter's going to stay at first, as he can't tag on that. And here comes Spencer Torkelson, a former first overall pick for the Tigers. I believe 2018 was when he was picked first. He was supposed to play third base. He was supposed to be the future third baseman of the Tigers, but then they moved him over to first. Just to take over Miguel Cabrera's spot. 0-2 for Torkelson. Torkelson, how's he even getting a piece of that? Oh well, 0-2 for Torque. The future of the Tiger franchise. Torkelson, another foul. I will say, something that I do like about the Tigers are their farm system's getting a lot better now. When you look at the talent in their farm system, you think to yourself, it's not bad, it's not terrible, but all these drafts that I've been having, they're getting even better prospects. Good catch out in third by Breckman for the second out. And here comes the catcher, Carson Kelly, the former Arizona Diamondback. Picked up via trade with the Diamondbacks. Kelly with a foul off the curve. Carson's bounced around the league. He's played for 3 teams. St. Louis Cardinal and a Diamondback. Now he's a Tiger. Good take. He had a good season in 2020. I will say that. Carson Kelly did have a nice season for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks just felt like they had their catcher of the future, Gabriel Moreno. Oh, nice throw by Pena. What a beautiful throw by Jeremy Pena to end the inning. Off balance throw there by Pena. The guy who won World Series MVP. Hop step with the throw. Beautiful by Pena. And now we go to the bottom of the second. Kyle Tucker. Tucker, an amazing player for the Houston Astros. In my opinion, one of the most underrated players in all baseball. People will bring up the argument of, oh, he plays for the Astros, he cheats. Oh, Kyle Tucker! Oh, foul by Tucker. People will just bring up the thing of, oh, the Astros cheat so much. And so we're just going to not give him the benefit of the doubt, and Tucker flies one out to Riley Green. But no, people gotta give Kyle Tucker respect. He's great. Here's Alex Breckman, former runner-up in the 2019 American League MVP race. There's your Tigers infield defense with Torkelson at first. Zach Short is at second. Baez is at shortstop. Good take by Breckman. Breckman, that 2019 season was fantastic for him. He's trying to start out the season a little rough in the first half, but man alive, he exploded in the second half. I think his MVP odds went all the way from 8th or 9th, or I think it was under the top 15 voting after the first half, but when that second half happened, he exploded all the way up to second place. Good take by Breckman for the walk. And that brings up Jeremy Pena, World Series MVP. Pena had a pretty tough position to fill because Carlos Correa was the shortstop for a long time in Houston. Pena then comes in after Carlos Correa left for Minnesota, and he took it in a great spot. Oh, second, first, double play by the Tigers. Beautiful double play by the Tigers. Zach Short to Javier Baez to Torkelson. And now we begin the third with Nick Meaton. And a check swing for nothing there for Nick Meaton. No score top the third. Houston's had more hits, but they haven't capitalized on any of their chances. A very high cutter, wow. 1-1 to Nick Meaton here in Houston. And a foul. That was a weird foul. 1-2 for Nick Meaton of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers team that's on the rise. Good take. Beautiful take on the changeup. Wow. I didn't know if he was going to take that or not, but he did. And Nick strikes out. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, Zach Short. Center base is one spot the Tigers struggle in, but I will say they do have the farm system for it though. And that Josh Young's younger brother, Jace Young, in the farm system as a second baseman. And whoa, that was a weird cutter. Good thing no one was on base for that one. 1-2 for Zach Short. Zach Short will foul it off. Big yawn. Big yawn. Zach swings and misses. There's 2 strikeouts in this inning by J.P. France, and here's Javier Baez. What will Baez do here? Baez, good take. Baez is, I believe, the youngest of the 3 Cub All-Stars back when Baez, Rizzo, and Bryant all played for the Chicago Cubs. Swing and a miss. Beautiful cutter by Francis to throw off Baez's timing. 1-2. And yeah, third strikeout. No, wow. Baez, don't know how he makes contact in any of that pitch. So, and there's check swing out right there. Baez strikes out. All right, we head to the bottom of the third inning. Jose Altuve. 1 for 1 in the game for the Astros. Wow, fastball was right down the middle. 1,939 hits in 13 seasons for Jose Altuve. Also add in the 2017 American League MVP and 2 World Series championships. 2017 and 2022. Despite what people want to say about the Astros cheating in 2017, people still count it as the ring, so yeah. Altuve, that's the second hit of the day for Jose Altuve. Up to now, 1,940 hits so far in his career. Here's Michael Brantley. Whoa. Guess Altuve's going to try to steal second. I will say, Carson Kelly does have a fine arm, so if there's a steal, Altuve's going to need to have a jump on it. Altuve back to first. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. He's trying to steal. And he's out. He is thrown out by Carson Kelly. Beautiful throw by Carson Kelly to catch Altuve stealing. He had good speed to it, but man, what a throw. Carson Kelly, he's very used to trying to throw guys out from all the experience he had playing for St. Louis and Arizona. 3-0 to Brantley. Your Don Alvarez on deck. Good pitch there. But Carson Kelly showed the arm. Oh, beautiful top of the zone pitch. Fans are not happy about that here in Houston. Full count to Michael Brantley. Matt Manning. Brantley fouls it off. Oh, Torkelson tried to dive and it didn't do anything for him there. Manning. And how the hell does Michael Brantley get any piece of that? Brantley gets the hit after that long at bat. But up next is Yordan Alvarez. Another yawn. He's no pitch outside slider for a 1-0 count for Yordan Alvarez. Yordan check swing strike. So here's a 1-1 to Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez check swing again for 1-2. Wow. Very surprised that Yordan Alvarez isn't swinging that bat. High pitch. He almost wanted to do it again, but he caught himself. 2-2. Woo, that's a big foul. Still 2-2 to Yordan Alvarez. Bombed the third inning here in a tied game. Yordan, that's a hit. Will it have enough to leave? Yes, it does. Yordan Alvarez has left the yard. It's 2-0 Astros. Yordan's second of the year, 372 feet off the bat. Yordan Alvarez showing off the power once again. Oh, wow. Chaz is hyped about that one. And the fans here in Houston are just pumped up from a Yordan Alvarez home run. Went for an end zone pitch. Yordan got a great deal on that. So it's 2-0 Houston. Thanks to Yordan Alvarez. Here's Chaz McCormick. Sorry for the yawning, but here's Chaz McCormick. Good take by McCormick off a curve. McCormick was 1 for 3 in the last game. Chaz fouls it off for 1-2. Oh, strike 3. All right, here's Jose Abreu. Abreu, that's fouling. Right into the ball boy's gloves. Good pitch by Matt Manning. After this game is over with, we're heading over to the Oakland Coliseum for a game between the Guardians and the Athletics. Good take. Once that game be over with, we're heading over to Great American Ballpark as we're going to watch the Chicago Cubs take on the Cincinnati Reds. And then we may have a fourth game. I'm not sure. It depends on what's going on. Here's Yanir Diaz. Their usual catchers are Martin Eldonado and Corey Lee, but Corey Lee got traded to the White Sox for some pitchers. So, yeah. Oh, Baez bobbled the ball. That's an error. Here's Tucker. Kyle Tucker has a chance to extend the Astro lead. Kyle Tucker grounds one out. That's going to end the third, but Yordan Alvarez did some damage with that right there. With that home run. A 2-run shot. All right, top the fourth. Matt Vierling to bat for the Tigers. Would take on the curve by Matt Vierling. Whew. Good curve again by JP France. If I'm the Tigers dugout manager, I wouldn't be too worried about this. You know, you're only down by 2. It's only the top of the fourth. There's still plenty of time to make a comeback and tie the game. It's just 2 runs. Vierling's going to pop one up to right to Kyle Tucker. Nice. Good little catch by Tucker, and here's Riley Green. Good take. Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Max Clark, Jace Young, Colt Keith. All that are mainly what I'm calling the future of the Detroit Tigers. Two and 1 to Riley Green. Green, fly one out the center to Chaz, and that's going to be the second out. And that one's going to bring up Kerry Carpenter. He drawed a walk. Oh! Wow, okay. Good thing Kerry Carpenter did not get all that, because, wow, Kerry Carpenter mashed that ball. Foul by Carpenter. 0-2 for him. Tigers are definitely a team that, even though despite their team not looking that great or their roster, they're not afraid to put up a fight. And they've always shown that. They're not afraid to put up a fight. And Kerry Carpenter right into the glove of Jeremy Pena. Up comes Breckman. So far, the Tigers have yet to record a hit today. Oh, nice by Matt Manning. Outside pitch for 1-1. Breckman not doing so great. As a .083 average. Breckman, that's foul. Right near the stands, right on that spot. But the meshing caught the ball. Wow, that's an interesting call by the umpire, but okay. Inside ball. Breckman, that's a hit. And Alex Breckman's on base. I don't know if he's going to go for second. No, he's just going to stay at first. That was fielded pretty well by Riley Green, so I can see why he didn't go for 2. Here's Jeremy Pena. Pena doing a nice take on that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers' bullpen is going to try to start warming up during the top of the 5th. Because you never know when the Tiger bullpen is going to be called upon. 1-1 for Jeremy Pena. Pena swings and misses. Beautiful. Beautiful curveball by Matt Manning. Pena, I thought he was going to swing and miss, but he caught that on a foul. Pena, another foul into the stands. Figured there'll be a lot more people in Houston today, but I guess not. Oh, well, it is a Monday in this game's universe today, so I can see why. Another ball that goes foul. Pena's trying to take out Manning. Oh, good catch, though, by Torque. First, second, double play. Beautiful play by Torkelson. And beautiful double play. Started with a nice pitch, and then Torkelson. Good recovery. It's part of why Spencer Torkelson was picked first overall by the Tigers. Here's Jose Altuve. Altuve swings and misses off a slider that was really high. Altuve, that's a nice one. That could leave. And it is. Jose Altuve into the stands. It's 3-0 Astros. He's set of the air, 349 feet off the bat. Astros now up by 3. And Breckman and Abreu are liking that. And there goes. So here we go. Michael Brantley. Brantley and Altuve, they've been hitting perfect today. Altuve's 3 for 3. Brantley's 2 for 2. He could go 3 for 3. And no, it's going to be a flyout to end the 4th. But Jose Altuve went yard. Boom. 3-0 Astros. Top the 5th, Zach McKinstry for the Tigers. Tigers offense better start waking up here. They don't even have a hit in this game. Oh, never mind, they do now. Zach McKinstry, what a hit, and that's gone. Home run, Zach McKinstry is set of the year, 344 feet off the bat. The Tigers are on the board. He got every single bit of that pitch. Zach McKinstry. And Torkelson's loving that one, giving him the high fives and everything. Man, what a blast. He got all of it. Bang. He knew that pitch was coming. No doubter. Woo! There it is, right in the stands. And now the Tigers are on the board. That ends the no-hit streak, and that ends the shutout. And here's Torkelson. What will Spencer Torkelson do? He's got some power in his bat, so we could see potentially a back-to-back. They're saying no on that one. 2-0 for Spencer Torkelson. Picked first overall in the 2020 MLB draft. Good cutter high. 2-1 to Torkelson. Ooh, outside 3-1 to Spencer Torkelson. Carson Kelly on deck. Torkelson, that's a hit for Spencer Torkelson. I'm going to say that's going to be extra bases for Torque. Spencer Torkelson with a double there. The Tigers' offense is starting to roll. And here's Carson Kelly. One swing of the bat of Carson Kelly, and we have a tied game. Swing and miss off the cutter. We're in the top of the 5th. 3-1 game. Tigers have a man on second. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Carson Kelly's going to fly it out to Chad McCormick. I don't believe that Torkelson will run on it. Oh, he will, and he gets the third. Spencer Torkelson gets the third base. And he tagged on that, and here's Nick Meaton. Nick Meaton has an opportunity to drive in a run here. And to cut this Astro lead down to 1. Oh, and he popped it up. That's unfortunate for Nick Meaton. Well, those unfortunate plays. And here's Zach Short. Zach Short with the opportunity to drive and a run. Good take on the cutter. The second baseman, Zach Short. Here comes the pitch for J.P. France. Zach Short, that's a foul. All the Tigers are asking for Short is to get a hit or just get on base. Good take on the slider up high for 2-1 for Zach Short. Zach Short with another beautiful take outside. 3-1 for Zach Short. Javier Baez is up next. And is he going to watch Zach Short? No. Full count to Zach Short. Zach Short. Will he strike out? Or will he get on base? And he fouls it off instead. Really pressuring JP France here. Zach Short. No, another foul. Three and two to Zach Short. Short swings. Another foul by Zach Short. 8 pitches have been thrown at this at-bat. What will Zach Short do now? Is he going to take the walk if there's an opportunity? Zach Short, another foul. Another foul for Zach Short. Really wearing down JP. And a take. And that's a walk for Zach Short. And here's Javier Baez. If you're Baez, you want to get on base. You need to get on base. Baez, good take off the fastball. All he's asking for the baseball gods is tonight, just get a hit. That's all Baez is saying. Javier Baez, the foul ball. 1-1 to Baez. 2 people on for the Tigers. Runners on the corners. Baez, another nice take. 2-1. Fans are talking crap right now to the umpire. I don't know why they are. Baez. Good take again off a cutter. We got a 3-1 count with potential for the bases to be loaded for the Tigers. Baez, another foul. Now we got a full count to Javier Baez. With a bleeding stop for the Astros. JP France. And he swings and misses. That would have walked him, but he swung anyway. But Zach McKinstry hit this bomb of a home run to put the Tigers on the board. And here's the bottom of the 5th. Yordan Alvarez. Ooh, around the line. Yep, Alex Fredo and Joey Wentz. Yep, Joey Wentz and Alex Fredo are in the bullpen warming up for the Tigers. Only down by 2 runs here. Let's see, Matt Manning. Let's see if he will not allow any more runs. Yordan, they're saying that he didn't check that. In other words, he didn't swing. And Yordan, the foul, 2-2 for him. I know the Tigers want a 1-2-3 inning from Matt Manning. Manny swing and a miss by Yordan Alvarez. He was thinking that he was going fastball, but he doesn't. And here's Chas McCormick. And a miss there. 1-0 to Chas McCormick. He's 2 for 0 in the game. And another foul by McCormick. 1-1. Whew. Good take. A lot of people like to swing inside, outside pitches. I don't know why. McCormick, another foul. 2-2 for Chad McCormick. McCormick, good take off the slider. Full count. Jose Abreu's on deck. Here comes the pitch by Manning. And a check swing strikeout for Matt Manning. And here's Abreu. Tigers almost got their wish. Check swing strike by Abreu. Almost a 1-2-3 inning here for Detroit. Can they get it? Manning. Nice take by Abreu. Abreu can be impatient at times, where he aggressively just swings the bat. Abreu will it drop, and it will drop. That's a hit. Not the 1-2-3 inning they're looking for, but that's okay to let one guy on base. And here's Yanier Diaz. Yanier Diaz, the catcher. With Martin L. Donato having his rest day today. 0-1. Oh, just barely not in the zone. Now we got 1-1. Manning. Diaz will foul it off. 1-2. Oh, and the fans just said it'll go back to Detroit. Diaz grounds it out, and that's going to end the fifth. Right to the glove of Baez. Top the sixth, Matt Vierling. The DH for the Tigers. Slider outside. Hector Neres and Ryan Stanky is in the bullpen for the Astros. If this becomes a save opportunity, then we definitely know who's getting warmed up for the Astros bullpen. Their closer, Ryan Presley. Good take by Matt Vierling, 2-1. It's nice seeing that the Tiger offense warmed up in the fifth inning. Now can they get even more hot? Vierling with a foul. 2-2. Vierling fouls it off. I don't know if that strikeout was J.P. France. Vierling with a pop-up. Caught by Diaz. There we go. Here's Riley Green. Green's got a little bit of power to him, I will say that, but he's a better fielder, a better defensive player. Oh, Riley Green, that's a nice hit, but into the glove of Yordan Alvarez. If only he would have been able to hit harder. Here's Terry Carpenter. Terry Carpenter, though, he has power. Terry, oh, wow, very close to that not being a strike there for J.P. France. France, good take by Terry Carpenter. Carpenter's been walked today. 1-1. Carpenter, that's a foul. If only Carpenter can get more contact on the ball. 1-2. Oh, it hit him. That hit him. And Carpenter gets an automatic base. Zach McKinstry. Zach was the guy that got a hit. He hit a home run. Let's see if Zach McKinstry can get on base or hit another home run. That'd be insane if he hits a home run. Check swing 1-1. It'd be insane if Zach McKinstry hits the second home run of the game here. Now tie the game at 3 if he does that. 1-2. And that's a pop-up. That's going to be a pop-up. No, I guess Jose couldn't get to it. He went into the stands. That saved the inning. Hey, Christopher. And grounds one out. Carpenter can't get to second. It's going to end the top the sixth. Bottom the sixth. Oh, here's Alex Fado. Okay, Alex Fado. Alex Fado is up the pitch here for the Tigers. And Tucker grounds one out. Here's Breckman. Breckman going to take an outside pitch there. Andrew Vasquez is in the bullpen. Same with Trey Waynetter. Waynetter. That's an interesting name. Waynetter. Okay. Yeah, I figured that's why you're probably lagging a lot due to the internet problems you have. 3-0 to Alex Bregman. Jeremy Pena on deck. There's a fastball. The Bregman for 3-1. Bregman's going to take it for ball 4 and a walk to Alex Bregman. There comes Pena. The American League Championship Series MVP and the World Series MVP. Who's winning? The Astros. They're up 3-1 right now. When you left, it was... I think it was 2-0 Astros when you left. Jose Altuve got a home run to make it 3-0, but Zach McKinstry of the Tigers made it 3-1. But this game is not over yet. Pena with the take there for 2-1. That's fine. 3-1 to Jeremy Pena. Altuve on deck if the Astros don't ground out into a double play. Pena. Good fastball. Oh yeah, full count. Full count. Pena just barely fouls that off in time, so he doesn't strike out. Pena. Oh, here it comes. Second, first. No, Pena beats it out before there's the double play. So the inning continues with Altuve. Altuve's a perfect day at the plate, 3 for 3. And a home run that made it 3-1. It's really been so far the top 3 of the Astros lineup that has done damage to the Tigers. Altuve's hit a home run, and he's 3 for 3. Michael Brantley, he's 2 for 3. Well, technically he's 3 for 3 due to a walk. Jordan, he had a home run earlier to make it 2-0. But no one else on the Astros has really done much, other than those 3 hitters. Yeah, they've gotten a couple base hits, but that's really about it. 2-2 to Altuve. That's a tongue twister. Altuve, good take. Full count. Brantley on deck. Altuve pops one but foul. This is only the bottom of the 6th inning. We still have the 7th, 8th, and 9th left. Altuve, that's foul. Now it's Fredo. Altuve. No! Not caught by Baez, so the inning will continue here. People on second and first for the Astros. Michael Brantley. He's got 2 hits and a walk. Brantley. Good take on the outside fastball. Brantley. Another nice take. Even though it was just a ball. 2-0. What? I don't really think that should have been a ball, but okay. 3-0 to Michael Brantley. Jordan's on deck. That's dangerous. Don't think you want Jordan up with the bases loaded. And that's ball 4. Brantley goes to get the bases loaded, and here's Jordan Alvarez. I don't know if it's a great idea to have bases loaded with Jordan on really high fastball for strike number 1. Oh, strike 2 now. A bottom fastball. And now we don't know 2 to Jordan. Jordan with the take on that bottom fastball. What is Jordan Alvarez going to do at this at-bat? Jordan grounds one out to first to end the inning. So no run scored for the Astros. That's the second time today that the Astros have loaded the bases but don't score. Hector Neris is now going to pitch for the Astros. And here's Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson had a double on the top of the fifth inning. Torkelson, and that took an unfortunate bounce for Spencer Torkelson, because if it didn't take a bounce off the mound, then that would have been a hit for him, but instead it bounced into the glove of Jeremy Pena. Here's Tyson Kelly. Astros still have to shut down the Tigers for this inning, the 8th inning, and the 9th inning. Good takes by Carson Kelly to go up 2-0 on this count. Fans are not liking this. I mean, it's Astro fans. They don't like much when it comes to the umpires. 3-0 now to Carson Kelly. Nick Meaton's on deck. Inside fastball for 3-1. And here comes a pitch, Neris, and he walks Carson Kelly. So now Kelly's on base. Nick Meaton. Meaton does have a little bit of power, so I guess if he wants to, he could hit a home run. Or he pops one up. I guess, why not pop one up? Or Don catches it, even though he had a little bit of trouble catching it. Here's Zach Short. And a good fastball by Hector Neris. Neris. Zach Short swings and misses. 0-2 for Zach Short. Can you get a base draw, walk? Who knows? For Zach Short. Zach Short, that's a hit. That's going to be a double at least for Zach Short. Nice little hit for Zach. Can Carson Kelly get on? Yes, he can! Carson Kelly slides into at home plate. Zach Short, RBI double. The Tigers have made it a one-run game. Bounced off the sign, which allowed Carson Kelly to get home. That was a great throw by Pena, but Carson Kelly was hustling around the bases. And a beautiful slide by Carson Kelly. And now the Tigers have made it a 3-2 game. If Javier Baez does the same hit as Zach Short just did, we got a tied game. And Tigers have pulled within one. They were down 3-0, and now it's 3-2 here at the top of the 7th. Baez hits better versus righties. Makes sense. I can see why. Baez 1-1. Baez pops one up into the fans. 1-2 for Javier Baez. 2 outs here top the 7th. In a 3-2 game here in Houston. Swing and a miss by Baez, and Baez throws his bat. But Zach Short, an RBI double. Bottom the 7th, Chas McCormick. Let's see the Tiger pitching to keep this thing up. They've shut down the rest of the Astro lineup from Altuve to Jordan. Or I shouldn't say that. If they just shut down the rest of the Astro lineup, which they've been doing basically all game, other than Altuve, Brantley, and Jordan, they might have a shot at winning this game. Because their offense has been heating up every inning since the 5th. McCormick fouls it off. Chaz. Caught out and right by Kerry Carpenter. Here's Jose Abreu. He's actually had a fine game. He's got 2 hits. Abreu off the wall. Abreu's going to try to go for second, I think. No, he's just going to stay at first. Because that's a funny bounce off the wall. Here's Yanir Diaz. And just barely outside for 2-2 to Diaz. Diaz pops one up. He's going to fly it out right to Kerry Carpenter. Fans are saying to drop it. Here's Tucker. Tucker's not had a good game. He's 0 for 3, which is surprising for Kyle Tucker. Woo! Big slider. Swing and miss by Tucker. Way outside pitch. What's Kyle Tucker doing? I don't know. What's going to happen? Tucker. Wow, that was a interesting hit by Tucker. That's going to go off the side of the wall. Kerry Carpenter throws it. And it's going to be runners on the corners. Breckman with the opportunity of driving a run. Whoa! A little bit of a wild bounce there, but no one's going to try to steal. I don't blame them because Diaz and Abreu aren't that fast. Breckman check swing. Breckman's going to ground it out. And that's going to end the 7th. Again, the Tigers escape a close call. And they'll bring up the top of the 8th inning. Brian Abreu is going to take up pitching duties. Matt Vierling's up the bat to begin for the Tigers. Tigers only down by 1 run. All it takes is 1 swing of the bat, and the Tigers have tied the game. Vierling, good check. That was a slider right and barely outside for 1-1. Vierling. Outside slur. Ryan Presley, there we go. Like I said, Presley's in the bullpen. He's got Phil Meaton with him, too. But if the Tigers are still down by 1 run going into the 9th, Ryan Presley's going to take over. 3-1. Riley Green on deck. I mean, that would be good for Green if he can at least get a hit. That's a foul. Full count to Matt Vierling. Vierling. Oh, strikeout for Brian Abreu. And here's Riley Green. Fans booing at Riley Green. It's not really fair to do that to the kid. That was a weird check swing, but Riley Green did swing, so 0-1. Green, check swing. They're going to say he didn't go. 1-1 for Riley Green. Green did have a fine hit at the last time he was up to bat, even though it dropped into the glove of Yordan Alvarez. Maybe Green to redeem himself here. Abreu, Green fouls it again. Abreu was throwing like 99-mile-per-hour fastballs. Green, that's going to be ground out to Pena. A second out of this inning. And that will bring up Kerry Carpenter. Not a bad one. You got Kerry Carpenter here, and then you got Zach McKinstry after that, and then Torkelson. High fastball, Carpenter. 1-0. Whew. Kerry going to take a slur outside for 2-0. 2-0 to Kerry Carpenter. Kerry. Okay, just didn't even want to swing at that fastball. 2-1 to Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter's been walked and hit by a pitch today. Outside 3-1 to Kerry Carpenter. Zach McKinstry on deck. Carpenter gets walked. Wow. A walk to Kerry Carpenter. So that's 3 times today that Kerry Carpenter's been on base. And Akil Baddoo is doing a pitch run for Zach McKinstry. Here's Zach McKinstry. So, Baddoo is pitch running for Kerry Carpenter. Zach McKinstry's on base. If McKinstry just gets a nice, fine hit, if McKinstry can get the ball into the outfield without it being caught, Baddoo has a lot of speed. Good check by McKinstry. Now, Akil Baddoo can steal, so he will try to do it probably. Good take by McKinstry. If they walk Zach McKinstry, that's going to be massive for the Tigers. Because that'll give him a chance to maybe even take the lead. Zach McKinstry, that's going to fly it out. Jordan's going to just be able to catch it to end the top of the 8th inning. Alright, but Akil Baddoo is taking over in the right field for the Tigers. And so here's Jeremy Pena. Alex Fredo. That's been good. Ever since taking over. Hasn't allowed any runs at all since taking over for Matt Manning. 1-1. Let's see. Maybe the Tigers can go through 1, 2, 3 inning on this, and then that'll give them an opportunity to try to tie the game up. Baez, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. And here's Jose Altuve. 4 for 4 today is Jose Altuve. Altuve grounds one out. He's no longer perfect today. It's going to end the perfect streak for Altuve, and here comes Michael Brantley. Brantley has been walked. Brantley's going to pop one out. He's going to fly one to Riley Green. There's the 1, 2, 3 inning for Detroit. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. I already know who's coming up to pitch. Ryan Presley, the closer. So here's Torkelson. Presley's going to try to shut the door against the Tigers. Presley. Low slider, 1-0 for Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson. Good slider inside by Presley. Whew. Presley, outside slider. Fans are not liking that call by the umpire. 2-1 for Torkelson. Can Torkelson get on base? Torkelson! Oh, that's just foul. 2-2 for Spencer Torkelson. Just needs to put the ball in play. Torkelson. Foul. Well, that's circle. 2-2 still for Torkelson. Top of the 9th inning, no outs. 3-2 game for the Astros. Torkelson swings and misses off the slur. Strikeout for Presley. Here's Carson Kelly. Kelly was the guy that got on base that forced that second run for the Tigers. Can he do it again? Can he get on base? Kelly. No, that's going to be a foul. 0-2 for Carson Kelly. Carson Kelly, how does he make contact with that slider? Still 0-2. Carson, check swing. 1-2 for Harrison Kelly. Here at the top of the ninth inning, a 3-2 ball game. It was 3-0 Astros at one point. Now it's 3-2. Definitely gonna get some water after this game. Carson Kelly, that's gonna be a foul. Kelly, another foul. He's wearing down Ryan Presley. That's what he's doing. He's trying to wear out Ryan Presley. Presley. So the fly went out to Chas McCormick for the second out. And now the Tigers are down to their last batter, Nick Meaton. And Nick Meaton, get on base. Nope. That's going to be ball one. Presley. Oh, Nick Meaton. That's a nice hit, but that's going to be foul. 1-1. And that's an outside for 2-1. Nick Meaton's don't ground it out. I think that's game. And it is. Astros win. The Houston Astros win this game against Detroit, despite Detroit fighting back and almost tying the game. It's a little bit too late for the Tigers. Astros win 3-2. J.P. France gets the win. Matt Manning gets the loss. Presley with this first save of the year. Astros win the game. Oh, a hiccup. Excuse me there. J.P. France gets player of the game for his great 6-inning performance, allowing only 2 hits, getting 5 strikeouts, and only allowing 1 run. All right, and our final game of this set, we're going to the Oakland Coliseum. It's going to be the Cleveland Guardians versus the Oakland A's. It's Logan Allen on the mound for the Guardians, and Ken Waldichuk on the mound for the Astros. Not for the Astros, for the Athletics. We get soon for that game soon.